We are continuing with the halachot of Hashavat Avedah, returning lost objects. So what about an Avedah of a non-Jew, a lost object of a non-Jew? The Torah says, Avedat Achicha, the lost object of your brother. So, meaning there's an obligation, a chiyuv, for the lost object of your brother, a fellow Jew. For a non-Jew, it's not an obligation. So, technically, you could keep it if you want, but you could return it if you want as well. Now, of course, if it's a Kiddush Hashem, which usually it would be, then you should. To honor Hashem's name, say, wow, a Jewish person is returning a lost object to me, it's a very good thing. Certainly, if it would be a Chilul Hashem, if you don't return it, for instance, a person loses a wallet, a goy loses a wallet in a predominantly Jewish area. So if this guy doesn't get his wallet back, he thinks, wow, one of those Jews found it and didn't return it to me. So therefore, if you don't return it, it's going to be a Chilul Hashem. So in that case, you're basically chayav to return it. If, let's say, it's in a bus station where it could be anybody that finds it, right, then there's no obligation again, but it's just a Kiddush Hashem if you do. So too, an interesting halakha. Let's say a goy loses something in a bus station, where again, Jews, non-Jews, if he loses it, he doesn't think, oh, the Jew found it, but just general. And let's say you found it, and now to the point that you see him going around, hey, did you find my wallet? Hey, did you find my wallet? Hey, did you find my wallet? Right? So once you already picked it up, technically you own it. Technically you don't. So technically, you want to go letter of the law, it might be a little bit difficult. You don't have to give it back, technically. He already, again, there's not going to be a Chilul Hashem. But again, always in these situations, a person should do a Kiddush Hashem and do the right thing. Two quick stories on this. One is a friend of mine once called me and he says, I found a wallet, and he's a Filipino, whatever, and he was $60 in it. He was a single guy, every dollar counted for him. And he says, I want to keep it, So I said, you know what, technically you're allowed to keep it, but it's a Kiddush Hashem to return it. He said, no, we were battling it out a little bit. I said to him, I'll pay you the $60. Go and return it. I think it impressed upon him how important it is the Kiddush Hashem that he didn't take my money and he returned it. I was very happy with that he did. Another story, my Rosh Hashiva, Rabbi Ginsburg, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, would say the story. It seems like in the early 50s or late 50s, early 60s in New York, he came out of the subway and he saw a $20 bill on the floor, but he saw that it fell out of this person's pocket. He picked it up and now he could keep it. It's a subway, whatever. But he ran, and we said also money doesn't have a siman. He tapped on the guy's shoulder, he said, look, this fell out of your pocket, and he gave it to him. All of a sudden, an elderly man came to my Rosh Yeshiva. He was a young teenager at the time, and he says, excuse me, a yeshiva boy, I want to let you know something. I'm a non-Jewish man. I saw the whole story. You might have thought no one saw this. I saw the money fall out of his pocket. I saw you pick it up, and I saw you return it to him. And I want to let you know, now I understand why God saved you at the end of the Holocaust, that you guys weren't totally exterminated, that you guys are the Jewish people, etc., etc. It was a big Kiddush Hashem that he did, and he would often say this story to us to impress upon us the importance of Kiddush Hashem. B'ezrat Hashem, may we live lives of Kiddush Hashem and avoid at all costs Chilul Hashem. Minchat tonight at 5:30, and B'ezrat Hashem there will be a shiur tonight, Haftarah shiur tonight at 8:30 p.m. B'sorot tovot. Have a good day, everyone.